And welcome back to the Willie Morgan Show with Manchester United icon Willie Morgan. It's been a couple of weeks since we've spoken. So, Willie, first of all, how are you?
Yeah, fine. All good. My golf's good. Back again. That always makes life a little bit easier, especially after the results. But yeah, I know. Yeah, but we're good. Everything's okay. The weather's a bit iffy today, though. It's a bit wild out there. So it'll be quite a lot going on, really, since we last spoke. Been to a wedding. Where they announced the result on Saturday. It didn't go down very well. Anyway, yeah, we're just bobbing away. We've been listening to a little bit of music. I found, all you listeners and viewers out there, if there's any Johnny Mathis fans, I've got into Stardust, which was never played it the other night. Oh, put it on again, put it on again. Midnight Blue. The Mathis fans will know what these are. Callum, I know you're too young. And of course, Troth and Ever, which is my favourite Mathis song. So if you're all feeling a bit blue, put them on. Get yourself a large vodka and tonic and sit back and relax. Other than that, we're off to my favourite restaurant this week, La Familia in Hale. Leone's been doing it all up. I don't know why, because it was fabulous. Best restaurant in the Northwest for me. But he's done it all up and had all the outside done and whatever. So we're going down to... and he was telling me his young lad, Marco, is on the books at Crewe.
Oh.
Yeah, so we will be watching and listening. So Marco, get stuck in, pal. It won't be hard. In fact, you can get in the Man United team. What was it, 12, 30? Stevie Wonder could get in the Man United team. Oh, before we go into that. And other than that, I had a text from Mr. McFadden, Brian McFadden. I know, no relation. He's been touring with Keith. You know, they have Boys Life, and him and Keith Duffy been working non-stop. Anyway, he sent me a lovely photograph of his daughter Ruby with a number 9 shirt on, with Ruby on the back. So looked amazing. Yeah, and just getting things sorted for next month. You know, going down to Windsor, as you know, and I've got to drive in. Naz is going to take us from the Red and Hilton, who's a friend of John's, you know, keep calling it John, my pal who runs it. So Naz is going to take us to Windsor and bring us back, which saves a lot of trouble. I'm thanking you in advance, Naz, and I'll be seeing you very soon. And other than that, I'm trying to avoid, you know, the other sad thing. Liverpool are playing with 11 men now. Oh, it's heartbreaking. Why are you laughing, Callum?
I just know that your favourite player sadly left.
What do you think that means, Callum? Of course, they're now playing 11 men. They might be a little bit dangerous. Yeah, and we're still playing with 3 of them. Maybe we've got 3 men on the pitch at the moment. Can't believe. I mean, Arsenal, start at Arsenal. Why? Why do you bring Maguire and Evans on? You know, we've got a great point. It's been a great point, you know. And then it's still playing. What's nice to see is that Maguire's back in goal scoring form. That's always nice. Callum, you're laughing again. Why are you laughing again?
Did you enjoy his goal for Scotland?
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. Anyway. But other than that, of course, you know, football-wise, it's frightening, heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. They just got, you know, we keep saying, I don't know how many times, you know, he must have the brains of a rocking horse, Eric. Eric, why you got the job? Eric, why did you get the job? Because of all the bad players. they're still there. Not only are they still there, he's still playing them. What is wrong with this guy? He hasn't got a clue. I mean, I know they won against Nottingham Forest. Not Forest should have beat us. They threw the game away. After going 2-0 up, as you know, they threw the game away. So we got out of jail there. He just doesn't seem to have a clue. It's heartbreaking. So I don't know. Well, I know you listeners are very much aware of Vincent and I's bet. He's obviously buzzing at the moment. Yeah, well, they only won by a penalty, but nevertheless, it's 3 points, nevertheless. So yeah, all square again at the moment. Oh, I hope. Now, in fact, I think you need to bring Alex back. Get Ferguson back in charge. Just give him a couple of years. Get the team back in shape. He hasn't got a clue, this guy. So anyway, we can only wait and see what he's going to do next. It's mind-boggling.
In terms of the game at the weekend, Maguire didn't play, and United were still terrible at the back. What does that tell you?
Well, they're terrible. They're terrible anyway. But tell me something. They gave Johnny Evans away because the kid's not, he's not the best. Why did you bring him back? Why did you bring him back? Tell me. And yeah, not just him. Then Lindelof. They're not good at the back. And Wan-Bissaka, oh my God, he's back in the team. It's heartbreaking. And then, Vincent, for all you people listening, Vincent, golf buddy Bob, who's a Man United fan, I'd asked Vincent to ask me if I agreed with him that Anthony was a one-trick pony. And I said, tell Bob he's wrong. He's a no-trick pony. He's that bad. And Sancho, what they're doing with Sancho, I mean, I just don't know what's going on down there. At least he looked like a little bit. And he's, I don't know, out in the cold for some reason. I don't know. Eric, yeah, rocking horse comes to mind, pal.
It's not looking too good. You think of Bayern Munich this midweek and then a trip to Burnley. At this rate, you'd fancy Burnley to beat Manchester United, your old club.
Well, they've had a pretty bad start as well, haven't they? Sadly. I hope. I think it'll be a hard game. Never easy going to Turf Moor. Never easy. And they'll fancy the chances. I mean, just look at Forest, Brighton. Burnley will be fancying the chances. Big time. Spurs. So I say the only sad thing is, well, apart from the way our team's playing, is that Liverpool's got 11 men, as I said.
Your pal Henderson, you missing him?
Yes. Callum, they're going to be dangerous, I think. Now they've got 11 men, my God. So at least, the manager, the coach, seen the light. So we'll see. City look like obviously favourites again after the start, but you just don't know. I mean, Arsenal sneaking results. Got another one the other day. Everton, and it's Liverpool, they're getting results at the moment. So I suppose I'll keep going. So it looks like it's going to be between them four for the league.
Would you fancy United to even finish in the top four?
In the top four? No, not in a million years. Not with what he's not done. Keeping all these players is crazy, absolutely crazy. Unless he wants to get away, wants to get a payoff and leave. Maybe that's why he's kept him. My only hope for the season is to finish above Newcastle, folks. That's what I'm saying now, and I'm not too confident at the moment.
How do you feel about Harry Kane facing that United defence for Bayern Munich in the Champions League?
Actually, obviously, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. He's a goal scorer. And we had a chance to buy him, as far as I'm aware. And we don't have a goal scorer. We don't have a goal scorer. We got people who score goals. I mean, Rashford is not a goal scorer, but he's a scorer of some good goals. But he's not a natural poacher. As we've said before, he's not a Harry Kane, he's not a Jimmy Greaves, not a Dennis Law. No, it's going to be difficult. I mean, the way they're playing, you'd fancy Alaba to beat them.
Down at the Rec?
Down at the Rex, yeah. Callum, that's brilliant. Didn't think you'd know that. We used to climb over the fence. It was an old tin fence they had round. We used to get in climbing over it. Obviously, we didn't have any money anyway. And any Alaba fans, if there are any Alaba fans out there, Jim Wishart was the centre half. He was everybody loved him. He was rough. Jim Wishart. Now that's back in the 50s, Callum. So no, I used to love going to the Rex, see Alaba. Other than that, I was to watch Socky. I used to watch Socky as a kid, and again, obviously back in the 50s. And there were Socky juveniles then, and then they became Socky juniors. And that was just in the public park. They played in the public park. They had a hut where they got changed. So yeah, it's going to be a long season, I think. Certainly for me. I mean, all I can watch is first result I want is Newcastle. Or even look at ours.
I have to ask you, how did you get on with the Scotland-England game with the family?
Well, as you well know, most of the family were delighted. I disappeared quietly. Snuck out. Got out the way, went to the golf course. Yeah, well, everything pleases someone, even in the families. I don't know. I don't know. And Scotland have been doing all right. They've been playing pretty well, haven't they?
Yeah, beat Spain.
Yeah. So I actually thought we'd turn England over. I thought we'd beat England. England got nil. But hey, Henderson and Maguire, a team. Fancy anybody to beat them. In fact, many of the two of us, yeah, we'd have a chance. You
I
think?
think that would be a very, very good battle. I think we'd certainly show everyone what we could do.
Wouldn't be hard, I don't think. I'd just put you up against Harry Maguire, right? And give the ball to Henderson. Of course, he'll give us it back every time. He'd be fine. He'd be a great asset to us. You got to laugh. You got to nothing else you could do. Like I said, it was great going back. Great atmosphere at Old Trafford. It was wonderful going back. And meeting a lot of old faces, which was also nice. But they have, I mean, apart from these idiots that own them, what they're doing, I mean, they're crucifying the club. And like we've said many times before, they're not football folk. They know nothing about football. It's purely business. So they don't care. They don't care about supporters. All they care about is how much money they can get, how much they can make. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking that it's so long because we're struggling. And it can't help the people who are running the club at the moment. It can't be good for them either. So I feel for them. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. As I keep saying, what's for you won't go past you.
And in terms of Celtic, a good win against Rangers at Ibrox and then beating Dundee at the weekend, back top of the league.
Yeah, great win, great result. And yeah, 1-0, the matter. One's as good as 10 at the end of the day. Mind you, Rangers had a good score, didn't it? It was a 12-0. I don't know. You know, what I didn't realise, tells you how sad I am, that Montrose was in the Scottish Premier League. Oh, Scottish
Well, that was the Rangers women's team.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, so they beat St Johnstone 2-0.
I was passing through and saw it in Sky. And I thought, Montrose. I didn't realise that they'd come up and saw it was 12-0. I thought, well, they'll have better goal average than Celtic, but obviously, different team. Oh, Callum. So how did Rangers go on at the weekend?
They won 2-0 away at St Johnstone.
St Johnstone. Okay. Don't forget, I have lots of friends who are Rangers supporters. Lots of them. Good friends as well. Well, you know, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a lot closer this year up there. I think it'll be closer. But might just nick it in spite of Roy. Thank you.
Your
See,
friend.
all the people will know who Roy is. Do you, Callum?
So go on, tell us.
Roy Rogers. Singing cowboy, most famous cowboy has ever been. So, yeah, Roy Rogers. And his wife, Dale. My God, William. I tell you what I did the other day. Because you always think, oh, I forgot a name, and you do. And I was chatting to a Burnley supporter, and I named the Burnley team from 1959, start to finish. And he was amazed, absolutely amazed. Blacklaw, Angus, Elder. The reason was it was Bill McKenzie that phoned me up, my pal, and he been with someone who was very friendly with John Angus. Now, again, you're too young to remember John Angus. Arguably one of the best right backs of all time. Played at Burnley, played there all his career. Great fullback, and I played with him. You know, when I got into the team, John was behind me, but he was a proper fullback. He just stopped wingers. And then when he got the ball, he gave it to me. So he was a proper fullback. Anyway, we were chatting and they said, oh, about the team. I said, yeah, Blacklaw, Angus Elder, Adamson, Cummings, Miller, Connolly, McElroy, Pointer, Robson, and Pilkington. That was his team. So I'm not gone yet. I'm still, you know, even though I do forget names. It's amazing how it just goes out of your mind. So other than that, no, all just the same, you know. The family's looking forward to going down to Windsor, you know, and then hopefully we're going to have a little break, a little holiday, going back to Turkey. You know, we went to Naples. Nice. Oh, it was the best holiday I ever had. And so go back, have a few days, get away from the bad weather. It's gone now. I think the weather's gone. So, but other than that, no. Much the same. And you're looking well.
Yeah, it's been good. The book's out in the first week of October, so looking forward to getting that out.
Don't forget, folks, don't be slow or you won't get one. It will be sold out. It's going to be a fantastic book. It'll be sold out. And I'm waiting on my copy coming, by the way, Mr. McFadden.
I will get that to you very, very soon. Lots of questions coming in. First one being from our good friend Michael Kierans. Were you ever called up for Scotland after 1974? As I have seen a picture that says you were called up in October 1975. I was wondering if this is true.
Oh, Michael. Something I cannot remember. If I'm honest, I can't remember. The only reason I wouldn't have gone, I was injured. Otherwise, obviously, I would have gone. But I don't remember. 1975. I tell you, it's coming in a lot. 74, 75. Get my winner's medal. That was lovely. My second division winner's medal. 49 years late, but nevertheless. Michael, I don't know. What a good question. I'll see if I can find out. Or if you can find out, you can let us know.
Absolutely. It's definitely one to look out for. Next question is from Mike. He asks, what was your favourite United game that you played in?
Favourite United game? Two, Mike. Walking out, making my debut for United on the Wednesday night against Spurs. And we win 2-1. We won 2-1. And the crowd were fantastic. It was amazing. The reception was amazing. And, stayed that way to this day. It's still the same to this day. It's fantastic. I enjoyed most of the games. I didn't enjoy when we get beat. I think when I only scored a hat-trick once. It was against QPR. Ronnie Masters was playing for them at that time. And it was a replay, I think, of a cup match, FA Cup or something. And we took them back to Old Trafford and beat them. We beat them 7-1 or something. I scored 3. Dennis scored 2, and George scored 2. And that was a great thrill to score. Just score a hat-trick down at the Stretford end as well. It was very, very special. So, if I had to pick a game, it'd be that one.
Dave Evans asks, if I become the next United manager, will you come as my attacking advisor? I'd love to see United play a youthful side with wingers, let them grow together and play for the badge.
Yeah, I tell you, you're absolutely 100% right. The only thing you would have to do is get rid of all the coaches that are coaching these kids and killing them. The coach know all the ability out of them, just want them to keep possession. And yeah, I agree. And I keep saying, I've said, if the first team that goes back to playing 1, 2, 3, 5, you know what that means, Callum? See, you're looking at me with a
2, 3, 5, I do, yes.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, counting the goalkeeper as well, yeah.
They'll win everything. They won't be able to play against it. They won't be able to defend against 5 forwards. You destroy every team. The first coach, I hate using the word, the first people that do that, I promise you they'll win everything. Because you'll have 5 forwards you can play, you'll have 2 halfbacks, and then you've got obviously 2 fullbacks, defenders, not wing backs. We know wing backs, Dave. Fullbacks and a centre half. He's part of your 3 in the midfield, of course, and your right half and left half. So you basically, if you just put the right kids, nothing in they're not being all coached out of them. You'd have 7 people, as all the old teams did, who could play. Your 5 forwards and your 2 halfbacks could beat people, could pass the ball, could run with it. They were all, so every team had 7 good players. Whereas now, go back to Anthony, no trick pony. What? Why? Go past the fullback. I mean, they can't even defend. They're not even allowed to tackle you. Why would you not go past them? It's crazy. So yeah, Dave, hey, I'll be there in a second with you. As long as you're a manager.
We'll make sure Dave is a manager, not a coach, indeed. Kim McConnell gets in touch. Obviously, Gareth Southgate criticised fans for saying that the Harry Maguire abuse has went too far. He referred to it as abuse, the criticism he's been getting. Do you think fans should now lay off Maguire and focus on the team as a whole?
Yeah, behave. Listen, Gareth Southgate, yeah, well, he's a beauty and brains of a rocking horse as well. Any man can play Maguire and Henderson in his national team doesn't deserve to be in charge. You know, the abuse, it's an opinion. And it's an opinion about his ability as a player, not about him personally. Nothing against Harry Maguire. I'm sure he's a really nice guy. I don't know, but I'm sure he is. His family, get thing. We're just talking about ability. He's getting paid enough for his supposed ability, so you've got the right to question, really? Yeah, of course the fans have got a right to question his ability, but not, not abuse him as personally. You don't do that. No one. Well, maybe Tommy Doc, but other than Tommy Doc, no one. You're just talking purely about the playing on the pitch. Whether it's good, bad, and different. That's what you're commenting on. That's what football is. It's all opinions. And if you went to any match and sat 6 managers down and asked them to write a report, they'll all be different on that game. So it's just opinions. So yeah, I don't know about the abuse on. I don't do online, and I don't select people online. But it's just an opinion on his ability, not just him.
From Bobby Wright, he's asking about an event up in the Highlands between Ross County and a select. Are you going to be part of that?
I am. I'm doing it for Bill McKenzie, and one of my school from the village, Jim Fleming, actually played for Ross County for a while. He was a left winger, Jim, started Partick Thistle, and sadly he's no longer with us. And Bill McKenzie doing a dinner, and he asked me if I'd go up and be a guest of honour because sadly he lost his sister, so he's doing it on behalf of his sister. So yes, I am. I'm going up. It's been a long time since I was there. Last time I did with Man United, we went and played an exhibition game up there. 1973. It was, I don't know, a long time ago. So yeah, I'm going up for Bill, and I'm looking for only a couple of days, but I'm looking forward to it. Yes, I am.
That sounds very exciting. Look forward to that. In terms of your usual message for the listeners before we go?
Yeah, as always, well, I think the world's getting crazier. You keep thinking, it's got to change. But in the world that we live in, look after yourself, look after each other, and may your God go with you.
As always, take care. Speak soon.